feeling proud of myself is one of the best feelings that I can ever have. And it's quite a few times in my life when I feel that way. And I've in recent years I've made it my mission to feel this way as often as I can. Of course, life gets hard sometimes and I don't feel my best. There are many moments where I feel a bit low, many moments where I actually don't feel proud of myself. I feel disappointment. I feel like a failure quite a few times. But I'm constantly striving for this feeling, and this is not to say that this is the main feeling you are supposed to feel all the time. I definitely don't put that kind of expectation on myself, but this is something that I strive for. And feeling proud of myself, for me, in most cases, I tend to experience this when I accomplish something. Like every time I feel like I'm making progress in any aspect of my life, that's when I feel proud of myself. And the main thing for me, it just comes down to progress. Whenever I'm feeling like I'm making progress in any aspect, I am proud of myself, And this, for art, is it's a very big thing for me. Like when I feel like I'm making some kind of progression in terms of my skills, I feel very proud of myself. But then the thing is this, I tend to realize that this doesn't just work in isolation. In fact, it's much better when it is when I take a bit of a holistic approach. What I mean by that is like every like for example, a whole day. If I go a whole day and I accomplish all the tasks that I need to do in that day, I feel really good. Like for example, if I do my art in a day, which is something that I do every day, but I feel like maybe I didn't do my chores and I neglected other things in my life. Yes, I am proud that I was able to draw, but there's this sinking feeling inside of me that says, yeah, but you kind of ignored all other important things in your life. So I can't really feel that proud of myself. Even though I did accomplish this goal of drawing this particular day, the fact that I neglected everything else, it kind of diminishes that, So it's very hard to take it in isolation for me personally. So the best way for me to really experience this feeling is by focusing on the small daily disciplines. Like, did I brush my teeth today? Right? Is my house clean? Which is not always the case, but all these little things, they affect everything else. Like everything affects everything else. I've come to realize, like if my art studio, the room that I've dedicated to do my art, if it's just dirty and messy, it kind of affects my productivity. So it's very important to have a good balance for me in order to be as productive as I can be. I need to be in a clean space. I need to make sure that I am feeding my body healthy foods. All of these daily disciplines that I have to maintain. And if I can hit all of those in a day, man, that is a good day. Granted, that doesn't happen all the time. There are days where there's just a strong imbalance. There are days where I went off the deep end on my diet. Instead of eating healthy foods, I ate some takeouts, and I don't feel very good. Like the food felt good going down, but afterwards I feel a bit crappy. That affects my productivity, you know? So, yeah, those days happen, and I try to give myself some grace when those days do happen. But what I'm always striving for is to strike this balance of accomplishing all my daily disciplines. And when I do that, I feel very, very proud of myself. So, same with drawing. If I know that I'm focusing on my fundamentals, I am getting the reps in on a daily basis, I feel really good. I feel really good. I feel like, yep, I am making progress. Although with art, it's a bit of a challenge to see the progress, because the progress is very, very slow. You can only see it over an extended period of time. But just that feeling of accomplishing a task with my art, that brings me a lot of pride. So that's what I'm striving for. For me, the number one priority is my health. So I need to first make sure that I am I'm maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This becomes before my day job, before my drawings, for everything else. I have to prioritize my health, make sure that I'm moving my body, I'm putting a lot of greens into my body. I am trying to, maintain a healthy lifestyle. This includes my mental health as well. I try to consume good content. I don't try to, although I will admit I do fall for the rage bait sometimes, online, where I see something that is a bit inflammatory. I'm like, what is this title? What is this person saying? And then I find myself clicking on it. And I remember I remember when the movie The Odyssey came out, and I saw it on IMAX, and I came home. I was like, oh man, this is such an amazing experience. Let me go online and see how people are basically saying the things that I'm saying about this movie. And then you get there, you find those people, but then I start going down a rabbit hole of, oh wait, there's people who actually didn't enjoy this movie, which is fine. But there are people who are just saying like inflammatory things, just to, of course, this stuff gets clicks, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay, you didn't like the movie, but your reasons are kind of yeah, some people have takes that are a little bit on the rage baity side, and I found myself clicking on the stuff, and I had to like physically stop myself. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Get away from that stuff, get away from the stuff. Focus on the good content, and because that stuff actually it does play a role in your mental health, because if you're just constantly consuming negative things, that stuff can take a toll on you, and can really bring you down, and it can affect your productivity, which is which is the worst thing that can happen. So try your best to consume good content. I'm not saying you must ignore the terrible things that are happening in the world. And that's definitely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying moderation is important. Yes, be informed. That's important, to be informed, and then get out of there. Get your information and get out of there. Don't linger. Don't linger on negativity, because that will affect your day, and that will affect your overall productivity. So, yeah, that is part of living a healthy lifestyle. Making sure that you consume good, healthy, positive content. That is very important. For me, that means watching a lot of funny videos. I like to laugh a lot, so I watch a lot of funny stuff. Good, entertaining stuff, and of course, I watch a lot of art content. That is my main source. That's what I mostly consume online. I watch a lot of YouTube artists. a lot of these guys, and they keep me motivated and they keep me wanting to strive for more. Expecting more out of myself. So yeah, a healthy lifestyle, and that is number one, and then everything else follows from that. Because if I'm feeling healthy, if I'm feeling good, I can approach all these other things with a positive mindset, and I can be more productive. And whenever I can accomplish that in a day, I feel very, very proud of myself. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. Just this idea of striking a good balance with your daily tasks, trying to accomplish as much as you can, and but yeah, also not just overwhelming yourself. Just focusing on the important things and trying to make sure that you create an environment for yourself where you can achieve these things. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I wish you all the best with your art journey, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.